Welcome everybody to session number 49. We're nearly at 50, eh? Number 49 of our Your Next Level Mastermind. Our topic for the day, and Patrick, make sure you hear this because I don't want you to ask me what it is again. What is your number one goal for the first quarter of 2022? And why is it so darn important to you? Right? What's your number one goal for the first quarter and why is it so important? But before we do that, for those watching, the people here who contribute to this discussion also have something to tell you about what they can do for you and your business. So without any further ado, I'd like to call you, Jeff, to share your 1 minute about your business, followed by Fred Gillen.
Okay, thank you everybody. Let me have a look at this very quickly. My name is Jeff Veale and the name of my company is thebusinessgurus.com.au. We're a digital marketing company and we offer a full suite of services where we market your business for you. Think of us as the new Yellow Pages. Whatever the Yellow Pages did for you, got your leads, helped your business grow, that's exactly what we do. Why do I do it? I'm passionate about marketing. I've been doing marketing for over 45 years and absolutely love it. Location, we are based with 28 team members in Manila in the Philippines, and we serve all English-speaking countries all over the world. And this week I'm looking for people who want to join a mastermind group at the end of this month. We're starting off a fortnightly mastermind group where we get together and exchange business ideas and basically help each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Could you put a link to that mastermind group in the chat?
I can.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Fred Gillen, followed by John Allen.
Gee, I'll be quick. I can just say exactly what Jeff said.
Copycat.
Yeah. Just replay Jeff's for me. Look, I run a digital agency from Melbourne, do exactly pretty much what Jeff does as well. We offer it a full suite, but I've also started a network community, which is what you see behind me. So it's a 2022 network community, and anybody can join that for $20.22 and help promote their own business. And we have weekly networking Zooms, but it's day one. We had a first meeting this morning, and what I'm looking for are people to join that to expand it, and we'll talk about that when we talk about what I want to do over the next 3 months. But that's what I'm doing. I'm helping people, and my name of my business is More Marketing Ideas, and that's what I do. I help people get more marketing ideas. Operate out of Melbourne, as I said, and I service any English-speaking country. What am I looking for? More members for the community. That's it. Fred Gillen.
Thank you very much, Fred. And for those who are watching, please make sure you check out the post in the Your Next Level community for Fred's networking opportunity. I mean, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to grow your business. And for $20.22, good, that's nothing, right? So thank you very much, Fred, for making that opportunity available. I hope people really make the most of it. John Allen, followed by Sherry Bennett.
Hi everyone, my name is John Allen with Allen Small Business Coaching. What I do is I help professionals and service-based businesses who are sick and tired of having just another Me Too business by helping them get the right message to the right market through the right media so they can have the business of their dreams. They can have the market dominating position in their industry. Why do I do it? I love helping small business owners to get where they want to go. I was given a lot of help, and it's a great way to give back to the community. Who do I serve? Again, professionals and service-based business owners, anywhere where there's English-speaking countries. And this week, again, if you know any professional, service-based business owner that's sick and tired of having just another Me Too business, love to chat with them. Thank you, John Allen.
Thank you very much, John. Sherry Bennett, followed by Sandy Murray.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. My name is Sherry Bennett, and I'm a medical cannabis educator and resource consultant. My business is called letstalkcannabis.ca, and we offer a selection of online courses and education. I'm interested in talking to human resource professionals, and this year, in 2022, I will be looking for more referral partners, trusted referral partners. I serve, people all around the world now. I'm very grateful to know people in many different countries, English-speaking countries. So Happy New Year, everyone, and I'm happy to be here and happy to collaborate with you.
Thank you, Sherry. And just for your interest, all I want to mention to you was I went down to our local hospital, which is just a little, not much bigger than a village hospital.
Well,
There's a medical cannabis clinic in our district hospital.
Oh, in Thailand.
I took a photo of it and I'll share it with you later on. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Okay. Sherry, thank you for that. Monica, followed by Penny Kennedy. Over to you, Monica.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year's. Nice to see you all here again. My name is Monica Periade, and the small business that I run, it's a coaching business called Coaching Lives. What I do in one sentence is I help women between 30 and 50 create lasting changes, deal with anxiety, increase their level of self-esteem, and live life on better terms, in their own terms. I'm located in Romania at the moment, but I travel a lot. I move around, and this week I'm looking for like-minded people for women between 30 and 50 to help them with creating a great change in their life.
Okay. Thank you very much, Monica.
Thank you.
Penny Kennedy from the coal part of the world, followed by Andy Murray.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Penny Kennedy. I am associated with the company Modere. What I do in one sentence is I help others achieve goals, both financial and in health. Why I do it is because I have a passion to see people succeed and live their best life. I am located in Saskatchewan, Canada, almost to the North Pole, not quite, but the weather's the same. And what I'm looking for this week is anyone that wants to connect, discuss their goals, and see if I can help.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Penny. Okay, Patrick, over to you.
morning, everyone.
Hello,
Here
Patrick.
in Social Media Land. My name is Patrick Kern, and I work for a great company called My Daily Choice, the House of Brands. Here we've got 9 different brands that you can take advantage of. It can be the daily sprays. It can be the hemp work part. It can be Hemp Mama. It can be Beyond Chocolate. Right here, the healthy chocolate, beautiful stuff. You get a High Life Travel. You got a Tasha. It's a great company to be involved with. I'm looking for people who want to change their life tremendously and get paid once a week or monthly. And there's a lot of back training in your back office. It's a beautiful site. I'm pumped about it. That's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pat. Sandy Murray, over to you, followed by Afshin, okay?
Okay, yeah, it's Sandy Murray here, and as you know, I help people start an online business, and but this year I'm also going to be adding to that by creating my own courseware products. What am I looking for? I'm looking for all the help I can get. And right now I'm on a very fast learning curve, but I'll go into that when we actually cover, what you're doing in the first quarter. Anyway, that's it for me. Nice to be here. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Sandy, and Happy New Year to you and your family. Afshin, over to you, my man. I'm sorry you had trouble getting in.
Yes, finally I could log in, and I want to wish everybody happy. My name is Abshin Nuhi. I create customized marketing systems for small businesses that profitably create abundance of leads. That's what I do.
Tell me more.
Tell you more. We are focusing right now actually on chiropractor partner. He does the digital marketing and I do the overall marketing. Basically, we are talking about attraction marketing where you put out things out there so people reach out to you rather than cold calling or other ways of doing traditional marketing. And we do the same for our clients. We try to get more referrals for them, more getting the clients who came in who didn't, for instance, came for an appointment or called to cancel appointment to get them to come back. So we resurrect old leads, so to speak.
Okay, so Ashton, if we were talking to somebody that was an ideal client for your customized marketing systems,
Right.
who would they be?
Right now, we are focusing on chiropractors, dentists who are growing business, not the one who just started, not the one who's like 3-4 years or 30 years in business. They have to be making a minimum like $400,000 a year for us to help them to grow.
Right. So a minimum of 400,000. Right. So they've got to be pretty well established.
More or less. They could have one clinic. They're growing or they're stuck. They cannot grow anymore. They have maybe 2 clinics. They want even to increase it more, or they are just overwhelmed by all the marketing stuff and they don't know where their advertising dollar is going.
Would your marketing systems be of any help to people who are solopreneurs outside that area of professionalism? I mean, if they were coaches or something?
Yes, this can apply actually to every small businesses, as I mentioned. But for clarity and sake of focus, we are helping. I already helped that kind of system, and he got results. So we are helping chiropractors and dentists right now. But if there's a small business of coaching, it's universal language of marketing. Basically, can apply to any business.
Okay. I just want thank you very much, and I appreciate the fact that you've got a very clear avatar, which is good. But I want to make sure people were aware whether you could help them or not. All righty. Thank you very much, Ashton. Thank you very much indeed. Let me stop sharing the screen. Okay. Our topic for today, what's your number one goal for the first quarter of this year? And why is it so important to you? Who would like to start?
I'll go first.
Okay.
For me, my number one goal for this quarter is to have a minimum of 3 high-end clients. Why I want to do this, I want to get the business off and running on the right foot for 2022. You know, that this quarter sets the pace for the rest of the year. So it's to get the business up and going in the right direction and keep it going from there.
So how many clients are you looking at?
Minimum of 3.
3 clients. In 3 clients in 90 days. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Why is that important to you?
Again, like I said, I want to get the business off on the right foot because this quarter sets the tone for the rest of the year.
Okay, so that's why, because it gives you the momentum.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, John. Who's next? Sandy.
I'll go next. Yeah, no, I think what I said in my introduction is that 2022, I'm focusing on creating and selling my own courses. Mm-hmm. And it's what I've been doing for the last while is I've actually just been studying, how to do that. And essentially, I've created 2 courses. I have one that I'll be offering on my landing page for free. And then the other course, I will be marketing. But of course, what I really got to do is I've got to get a couple of these products done. And then on top of it, I've got to learn how to truly market them. So that's where I'm looking for the the help, any help I can get in actually marketing these courses. And I see a hand go up, so that's, I'll try to touch base with anybody. I think Peter will help me, he said, as well, but I'm prepared to listen to anybody, be coached by anybody, and just try to get this particular, new product offering, if you like, off and running this year, which gets me out of the consulting. Starting an online business, I generally do a lot of consulting, and it takes a lot of my time. So I just want something that's I can continue just to create new courses, share my skills and knowledge with others, and hopefully I can make that work. Well, I believe I can make it work.
And it's a passive income stream that you can leverage. That's the whole beauty of it. Right?
Happy to jump in and help, and Sandy, anytime, just let's do a call.
Yeah, let's do. Okay, we'll do, Peter.
Me too, Sandy. Me too.
Yeah, just have a chat about that whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Happy to help. Happy to help. Who's next? Okay, Freddie, over there, because it must be 1 o'clock in the morning for you.
Yeah, it's 26 minutes past midnight, so almost 1. But I'm wide awake, so I'm just having a lemon drink, which is keeping me awake, which is different than my normal beverage at this time of night.
Yeah,
anyway.
Normally a red wine, isn't it?
Yeah. I've slightly changed my focus, although I still have the digital agency running in the background. But what I've done is, as you'll see behind me, I've got a banner that says the 2022 community, and my focus actually works out over the next 3 months. So it's fortunate you actually use those figures, Peter, because what I've done is I've actually launched a community, and when I launched it last week, the week before last, so it was still December, I offered an opportunity for people to join, and the price will always only be $20.22 because the year is 22. Next year, unfortunately, there'll be a pay rise, and it'll be $20.23, okay, for membership. But what I did in December was I offered 6 months membership for that price. So, and people will be grandfathered in. On the 2nd of January, that changed, and it became quarterly subscriptions. So it meant people got 3 months access for the $20.22. In February, that will revert to 2 monthly, bi-monthly. In March, it will go to monthly. In April, it will go to fortnightly. And in May, on the 1st of May, it goes to any new members that join. They will be paying $20.22 per meeting, and that's weekly. So, and that's why it's
in the better, right?
Yeah. So absolutely. So the 3 to 4 months is, and that's the reason I set that incentive. So people are grandfathered in, their price will never go up. Whatever month they come in at, their subscription fee will always be that fee unless they cancel. If they cancel, they come back in at the new rate, which will only ever be, depending on the year, $20.22, $20.23, $20.24, whatever it might be. So there will be a price rise every year. That's right. The only downfall. And what I plan to do, and it's already happening, as you can see, Peter, we've had our first meeting this morning. I've recorded that meeting. The recordings will be available to all members, so that if they can't make the meeting, they get the recordings. There's what I call the vault as a back end as part of the membership, and we will be offering, based on the input from the members, tools and manuals and PDFs and check sheets and videos and whatever the members require to help them grow their business will be added to that vault over the next 6 months. So my goal over the next 3 months is to get 50 paid members at $20.22. So that's my goal. The offer is open to everyone. Come along, join the party, and help us grow our businesses.
Yeah, post that in my group, Fred. There's 2,000. Post that in my group. There's 2,000 members there.
Yep, sure. Appreciate it. No worries. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Fred. I think it's a great opportunity. Okay.
And obviously happy to answer any questions.
Yeah. Anyone got any questions for Fred right now?
No, but I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a magic bullet. I love it, the way
It
you're
is.
putting
It's
it
a great
together.
opportunity. It's a great opportunity to put yourself out there, to get other people to be found, and at the same time contribute to a community. And you've got someone like Fred there who's behind the whole thing, so you know it's straight up and down, which is good.
Yeah, I have a question, Fred. What's the session about primarily? Is it a think tank type session, or what's the session about? A typical session.
You're muted, Fred.
Yeah, we had a typical session this morning, which was the first. It's obviously going to evolve over time based on what the members want. It's not what I want to deliver, right?
Correct.
The members will drive the content and what happens. But I would expect that it will be a general introduction for everybody that comes onto the meeting. They will introduce themselves, whatever product or service they're selling, similar to what we're doing here. And then I would expect there will be a training session of some form. So if somebody wants to know about, and I noticed in your newsletter, Jeff, that you're promoting Google My Business, which is huge for local businesses. So there might be a training session on that. There might be a training session on getting the best out of Instagram. There might be a training session on using Pinterest for some businesses, but it will depend on what the group require, right? Not me driving it. I'm the facilitator. I'm there to help people get the information they want to help their business thrive.
But it's more than information, Fred. It's an opportunity for people to network with each other as well, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a referral network as well.
Yeah, it's a referral network.
Yeah, and I've also got a global directory as well that you can add their information to. Their information will be available to members within the group, but it'll also be available to a global network. And that network at the moment is growing. People are putting their ads up on there, and it's just a business directory, and it's called local.business. I'll put that link in as well. Mm-hmm. And people are free to add their information in there. So my focus over the next 12 months is to drive as much business for the members as I possibly can so that they come back in 2023.
Correct.
And that's mercenary. That's, I want them to come back and renew in 2023. So
Sounds good. Okay. Sounds good. Well, Fred, that's a pretty good segue. Jeff, let's go to you next, because you're actually doing a slightly different thing with a mastermind approach compared to a networking, even though it's got some similarities. Could you share what you're doing?
Okay, I'll come back to it. It's very similar, but I'll come back to that. I'll start from my notes here. My number one goal, last year, I pretty much lost everything I've worked for some 30 or 40 years. I lost my $5 million business. I lost 4 houses, and I could bore you a couple of blocks of land. And more. So we're virtually starting pretty much not quite from scratch, because I've got my brain and my ability. But on the financial side, we're starting from scratch. So my number one goal for this year is minimum for me to turn over $1 million. So in the first quarter, I'll need to be on track, be 250,000, and then it'll be basically a snowball effect. The first 250 will be very, very difficult, because it's a learning curve. You've got to build it up, and then it becomes a snowball, and I expect to do well over $1 million, but we start from scratch. Then I want to start the mastermind group. It's a group very similar to Fred's in many ways. People introduce themselves. The group runs itself somewhat. They exchange ideas like, well, I'm having trouble with my tax. And then a few of the people might jump in and say, I've got a good accountant for you, or why don't you do this, or haven't you thought about putting your money overseas, or whatever. So basically it's a think tank for people, and I'm going to facilitate that. I've got a dream team. I've got about 12 experts with more to come, and to pad out some of these sessions, we'll have, like Fred said, we'll have someone come on. An expert might talk about SEO, and someone will talk about email marketing, someone will talk about how to use Google AdWords, etc. And that'll be, say, 3/4 of a session. I haven't yet decided, but I think they have to be about 90 minutes. And so I'm thinking of 90 minutes as opposed to an hour. And I've had something like 200 odd applicants for this. And obviously we can't have 200 on there. So I'll speak to you later in the week, Peter, and we'll work out how we're going to weed that down. Whether I run 2 sessions, or do I narrow it down to what I believe is the best 20 or 30. I'm not sure which way to go there yet. Moving on, I want to run my own weekly, which I've already started doing, my weekly mastermind, the ultimate marketing checklist. It's 147 ideas and ways in which you can double your business in 120 days or less. I'll run that past you again, guys. The ultimate marketing checklist, 147 different ways, mostly free, where you can double your business in 120 days or less. It works every time, but you have to work as well. If you don't work, it doesn't work. It's that simple. And we cover every area. We cover 10 different modules. We cover about your website. Are you using Facebook advertising? What type of marketing are you using? Do you have a sales team? Do you have a brand? If you have a brand, what are the colors of your brand? Are they consistent? Is your company vehicle branded? Like, do you put something in the back window showing people who you are and where you are? All that sort of stuff. Or what we call, and Fred would know this, is an old fellow like me, the common sense approach to marketing. Just dead set, nothing new, just all common sense that people don't do. I have people all the time, they pay me the money, they say, I could have done that. I say, why didn't you? Right? So they didn't, because they didn't, right? That's why they need me, to push them along, right? That's my job. All right, I want to start a YouTube channel, possibly two. I'm a bit of a character and I'm cooking all the time, so I'm thinking about, for the money side and the fun side, I might start a cooking channel. Every night when I cook dinner, I'll show people the fat man in Asia or something along those lines. And the other one will be more business orientated, like everything I do will go onto the YouTube channel. And to finish up, I want to add to my dream team. I've got about 12 professionals. These are guys I've worked with, some of them for many years, and I've spent millions. I put my own money up, guys. I've been through, I don't know, 200 plus providers. All right, for example, no bullshit, I went through $100,000 in 6 months with 12 SEO guys. They were all useless. I didn't know that at the time. I dropped 100 grand. I went backwards actually, but that's another story. I've now found someone who's got 25 years experience, and the guy is absolute genius. All right, he's expensive, but he's a genius and he gets results. And that's what does matter. And SEO is difficult. Fred will tell you, you can be on number one, you can be page 1 today and you're number 3 or 4. Wake up and you've got 10 staff, wake up in the morning, you're number 19 and that phone ain't ringing. And you've got to know how to fix it real quick. All right. So that's my rant for the day, guys. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Jeff, let me just clarify something with the ultimate marketing, okay?
Checklist, yep.
Checklist of 147 different ways.
Correct.
That you can double your business in what time frame?
Under 120 days or less, providing you do the work.
All right, 120 days or less.
In fact, what I'll do, guys, in a minute, I will drop the checklist of 147 things on there for you, because you're part of this group. I'll share that with you.
Okay, and I'll make sure it shows up on YouTube. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. That's okay.
Okay.
It'll show up on YouTube, but it won't show. It probably won't show up the way it does in the chat. Correct? In the chat, it's a PDF and a link that you guys can download.
If you give me a link, the link will go into YouTube and they can download it from there.
Oh, is that right? Anyway,
because I make all the links in YouTube clickable.
Fair enough. No, that's okay.
Which means I've got to edit a lot of the things you put in.
Yeah, I'm not Mr. Nice Guy. The whole idea is, you've got a Mercedes Benz, and you come into my garage, and I give you a book, and I say, guys, here's how to fix your car. What's the bottom line? You still can't fix your car, right? You need me. As that car drives in, I can tell you need 2 spark plugs and something's wrong with your carburetor. I know that just by listening, because I've fixed cars for 25 years, if you get the idea. So basically, people like Sandy's a good example with marketing. Sandy will come to us because he needs help with marketing. So even though you can tell them till you're blue in the face what to do, they can't do it because they're a specialist in their own industry. If you bake bread, you don't build houses. Yeah? Guys, got something to share with you. Interesting here. I'm not sure if it'll come up. It will come up in reverse or not. Does it come up? Can you read this, guys?
No.
Not yet. No.
No.
Bring it closer.
The 4-hour work.
Yeah, the 4-hour work week.
Oh, yeah.
Work week.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Famous book by Tim Ferriss, is it? Yeah, Tim Ferriss.
Tim Ferriss. Yeah.
Guys, fabulous book. Gives you lots and lots of ideas. I suggest for $20 or whatever it is, 20 or 30 bucks, go out and buy it and read it. It's a good book. It's a good investment. However, total bullshit. I'm going to write a book I might get Fred to help me. I'm going to call it the 80-hour work week. All right? Because
That's what it really is.
absolutely. When you're starting out, you're in business and you're passionate about it, it's not work, guys. I mean, I get up.
Does that mean there's just double the amount of bullshit in it?
What's that, Fred?
Does that mean there's just double the amount of bullshit in it?
No. This is real stuff. I did a Facebook Live the other day. I said, guys, you've just had a heart attack and you've gone to the hospital and you walk in and they say, oh, we've got Michael over here. He's a great surgeon. He just finished reading the medical book, and you'll be his first patient. But we're pretty confident you'll be okay. Or we've got this old cranky old bastard over here, 73. He's done about 700 operations, all totally successful. Do you want to use Michael or you want to use the old fella? What's the answer going to be? You know.
Of course.
They used to call me the godfather of marketing, and now as you get older, they think you know nothing, and they call me the grandfather of marketing. But that's okay.
Good.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Appreciate
No
that.
problem.
Your links are there. Who's next? Sherry, I'm looking at you now.
Okay. What I'm going to do in 2020, I'm very, very excited about this new year. And I'm going to focus on working with Peter and learning a strategy. Because I'll tell you, the last 5+ years, I guess it's 6 years now, right, Sandy? I've been networking. I have been studying medical cannabis obsessively. I've talked to hundreds of patients, hundreds of doctors and lawyers. I've now gathered groups of indigenous communities, craft cannabis growers that are, I know a bunch of the CEOs of licensed producers in Canada. I have a network of colleges that are colleges that teach nursing students, for instance, and personal support care workers. I have a network now of military people, veterans living with symptoms of post-trauma, PTSD. And that is when we have the evidence now that cannabis can help people. It can help save lives. So especially in the veteran community, for guys in the military or, or families of guys in the military and women too. So I have the evidence now, but as Sandy says, my dear friend, he says, Sherry, you've been, just traveling, like a ship without a rudder, and he's right. So now I'm going to work very closely and focused as I can be with Peter. So to develop a strategy moving forward to blend my networks, or to harness all the knowledge, and the networks of people in my network are people that have huge other networks. So I'm excited, and I've been meeting with people of all ages, and from all walks of life.
And we had a pretty good breakthrough last week, didn't we? I was pretty excited about that.
Sorry, what?
I said we had a pretty good breakthrough last time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, huge. Yeah. No, it's huge. Mm-hmm. And I will be asking every single one of you for your advice, but through Peter. I'm just really, really overwhelmed right now with the amount of Zoom calls that I have to be on. And I don't know if I told anybody, but I work part-time for Environment Canada, the federal government, and I want to retire. I want to retire from that job. So that's my goal, and I can't right now. So I'm just saying.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank
and
you.
I've got to go to you, Patrick, because you're smiling like a cat in a fish shop, right? And I know why, so thank you very much, Sherry, but it's a pretty good segue for you. Okay, Pat, where you go. First quarter, what do you want to do?
First quarter, nothing.
Good.
Well, that's the reverse of everybody else.
Pretty much. First quarter, it's to get my business, my affiliation up and running better. I want going to focus on getting 4 people that I need who would or who's got the inspiration as I do, is working with My Daily Choice, the House of Brands, because it's such a unique area where people meet people around the world. You know, we are overseas, all over Africa, Mexico, South America, UK, starting to go over into the Orient countries now. I think we're in Japan. We're working south. And I just want 4 people to have the vision that I do, what I love. And the first quarter, keep riding my bike, staying healthy. As long as I stay healthy, I'm all good.
Okay. But when you say you want 4 people with the same vision as you, Pat, can you be a bit specific? Tell me.
Same vision, and they get excited when they go to the Zoom meetings with Josh and Jenna Swago. They get excited when they get into these other Facebook groups and listen to Aaron Parker, or they listen to Robert Hollis, because those 2 guys, they get so involved in what they're doing. They're just great people. Because I listen to Robert Hollis all the time. The man is just sensational. He just blows it up. You know, he's taught a lot of people how to become millionaires, basically. Same with Aaron Parker. He started off as a Marine Corps private, you know, and he's a 7-figure earner. In My Daily Choice, I want people who wants to do this as much as I do.
Okay.
And I'm just going to keep doing it.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm a person that don't say no. I don't quit when I'm involved in something. I just don't quit. It doesn't matter how much money I blow. That money don't mean nothing really, but you can't travel without it. And if I get 4 people, that's all what you need. The power of 4. I get 4, they get 4. It's a snowball effect.
Okay.
Did
Thank
I
you, Patrick.
answer to a certain extent?
Yeah. Thank you. Penny Kennedy, are you there?
I'm here. I just need another minute. Sorry, dealing with something.
Well, you do that. I'll go to Ashton first and come back to you. Ashton, over to you, my man. Your first quarter goal and why is it so important to you?
My goal is to create systems that I'm talking about myself, like create procedure and system, set everything so I attract the right type of client for my, and that's what I'm focusing on right now, setting systems so I can get going, as soon as possible.
Are your marketing systems already created or are you in the process of creating them now?
Some of them are already created. We are fine-tuning some other ones. So we are almost to the verge of focusing on our client list, coach them. So we are almost there. We are dealing with some landing pages and so on. So we are working on that and preparing some emails for email marketing. So we are just finishing those kind of procedures and emails, so to speak.
Okay, thanks, Ashton. And by the way, how much automation is there in this marketing system?
The idea is when we move forward to make some tasks make them automatic, so to speak. But we also want to keep the personalization in there also. That's very important. So you have to come up with the balance of the two.
Okay, so you want to keep the relationship building aspects of it there.
Yes, I want them to feel that they are talking to, for instance, to me one-to-one, that I'm talking to them one person at a time rather than just automatic emails going to them.
Point taken. I mean, thank you very much, Ashwin. But before we get to you, Penny, I just let you have a really interesting experience I had with one of the major banks in Thailand today. I'll leave the name out of it, but I've been banking with them for years. But they put me through the ringer when I'm trying to get customer service. You know, you want 1, 2, 3, and 4, press this, do this. And this, I went round in damn circles for about 10 minutes. Okay. In the end, I gave up. I just threw it away. But I'm trying to help the bank. They're not trying to help me. Okay. I am actually, because there's an error they've made that's going to cost them money. And it's pretty simple error. But I got a check from Australia, okay, in Australian dollars. And they deposited in my account and used the US exchange rate. So they're losing. And they're losing big time because, I mean, right now the exchange rate 20 Australian cents compared to nearly 30 in the US, right? And I'm trying to tell the bank the truth, right? And the banks won't give me the chance to do it. So I'm thinking, stuff them, okay? But I tried twice to do this, to do the right thing, to be a good citizen. And when I finally pressed 0 to talk to a person, okay, and I'm speaking Thai to them, but because I'm a foreigner speaking Thai, they don't understand me because they don't think they can understand you because you're a foreigner. Even though people around me could hear what I was saying, they understood every word I was saying, right? But they weren't prepared to listen to me, and all they kept saying is, "Oh, kutod, my pinchai," and we don't speak English, right? So I gave up.
I've got a solution, Peter. I'll see you some money tomorrow and we'll go hard on the profit.
Yeah.
That's a learning experience that we don't want that to happen to our businesses when we are.
It is, Ashwin. That's the reason I mentioned the story. Let's keep a personal touch in there. Let's make it easy for people to talk to people.
Yeah, I had one like that years ago with an insurance company. I actually sold a car, and the insurance, I like submitted the automatic payment basically, but I cancelled the payment. And I rang them up and said, I've cancelled the payment because I've sold a car. And they go, that's fine. And a few weeks later, I get a check in the mail for the refund. Now, I never made the payment because I'd cancelled it. So I rang them up and I said, look, you sent me the money, appreciate it, but it's I'm not going to deposit the check because I've sold the car and I didn't actually pay any money. 3 months later, I get a letter from them saying, we noticed you haven't deposited the check. We've cancelled that check. Here's another one just for the refund. So I go, okay. So I deposited that one. There we go.
Oh, you know what, Fred? To finish the story, sorry, Penny, I'm coming to you. I haven't forgotten, please. But it's all part of relationship development when it comes to building a business. But this story with the bank gets even worse because they actually they gave me the receipt at the time I did the deposit, and then they sent me a letter confirming the deposit simply because it was a foreign exchange dealing, and that's part of their policy. And they confirmed in the letter that they were doing it on the US exchange rate. So, to be quite frank, they shot themselves in the foot. If I could stand up in my dicks and say, no, you made the mistake, not me. Okay. But there you go. All righty. Sorry, Penny, to hold you up. Over to you. First quarter, what's Penny going to do and why are you going to do it?
Well, I'm kind of like Patrick right now. I'm not going to do anything. No. I'm focusing on, my daughter actually has opened her own business, and they literally make all their products by scratch, and it's all 100% natural. And as of February 1st, we just got a contract for her to go into a big brand name store, a franchise. So now we have to make enough product to stock their shelves. So I'm going to focus with her a little bit more than my own self to help her get on her feet and excel at her business. And it's something she does on the side. She's not willing to quit her full-time job because she's very passionate about what she does as a full-time worker. She's a social worker for troubled kids and getting families back together. So she's not willing to give that job up. She was just doing this on the side. And we honestly didn't think that she would get a store contract. We just threw it out there and it was accepted. So now we have some work to do. But as for my own business, yeah, I'm pretty proud of her. As for my own business, I think I need to I know I need to take a relook at what I'm doing and focus a little more on my daily activities. Put a little better content into my posts and reaching out to the ideal market, if that makes sense. So I got to take a look at what I'm doing and do some vamping there.
Can I put 2 cents worth there, Penny?
You sure can.
And it's not aimed at you, but at all of us. I have discovered that if you try to create an ideal client avatar, right, that's based on demographics, it doesn't work. That's a whole lot of theory in marketing that's never really worked. If you really want to get to the right person, you got to dig down till you get to the feelings and the emotions that are associated with the pains and the challenges and the desires of the ideal market. If you don't get to that level, you are never going to be talking their language. Does that make sense?
It does, and I need to work on that.
Yeah, I mean, but we all need to work because we've all made this mistake before. Okay, I mean, when I hear people say my ideal market is between 20 and 30 and this and that and everything else, right? And they don't, I mean, who cares? People aren't going to say, my God, Patrick Kern's talking to me, because they don't relate to that. But once you if you dig down to the emotional level, all of a sudden they'll think, my God, Jeffrey Veale, you know me better than I know me. Once you've got that, you know you've got the right person. That's what I'm getting at. And take some effort, but it's worth it. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth for the day. Anyone else want to comment?
Yeah, I love what you said, Peter. Sorry, I just love what you said because, yeah, like all those theories is when you get into the practical part of it, it's like, I think it's a love-hate relationship. If they love you, they love you. If they hate you, they hate you. And you have a great relationship with people, then the rest takes care of itself.
Sandy, you know, it's not, the whole thing of know, like, and trust, okay, is really, people pay lip service to that. I'm not saying trust is not important, but be quite frank with you, there's a lot of fake friendships when it comes to social media. You know that as well as I do, right?
Yes.
The key issue is to get to the emotional level. If you get to the emotional level, as Ashwin was mentioning, this is the relationship building personal side he wants to put into his marketing, and that's smart. That is really smart to do that, okay? And what you should be aiming at is building resonance with people. If they can resonate with you, then they can relate to you. And when they can relate to you, then they can respect you. And when they respect you, guess what? They're going to be inspired by you. And if they're inspired by you, then they'll do what you ask them to do. And that's what it's all about. But you've got to get to the emotional level first. Can you see that? Patrick?
You know, this 2022, what I've been doing, I've been doing a lot of YouTube. And I've been putting, instead of writing letters out to my subscribers, I said, no more of that. So I've been putting out live YouTube videos and sending them to them. And before I started that, I only got maybe about 4, maybe 6 people who read the damn things. But now I'm up to 20 people watching these videos.
Good.
And to me, videos are the biggest thing going right now. Instead of sitting there writing, people don't want to read. They like a 4-minute video or a 5-minute video and get to the point, and they can trust you better. They can see who you really are. Videos.
Good point, Patrick. Very good point.
I agree, Patrick. I'm one of those people. If you give me something big and long to read, I hate reading, hate reading. I would rather watch a 20-minute video of you talking because I can listen to it while I'm working at my full-time job or while I'm getting ready for work, or while I'm on the treadmill, or while I'm training somebody. I am totally that person, so I agree with you. I will not read a 1 page versus listening to a 20-minute video.
There you go.
Guys,
The other thing that Peter uses a lot are voice drops.
yeah,
So,
correct.
you know, like it's the same. Like I'm the same as you, Penny. I do read, but it's not my favorite medium. So, but with voice drops and stuff, you can listen to somebody while you're in the car, you're walking or whatever else. So, you know,
download it and do it when you want to.
Yeah. Plagiarize it or whatever. Yep.
And you know it's not a copy paste.
Jeff, you had your hand up?
I did. Yeah, what I've had a lot of luck with, guys, I'm on Facebook at the moment about 10 hours a day and doing very well. What we're having a lot of luck with, it took me a long while to get the strategy right and still haven't perfected it. We're doing a lot of stories. You can do Facebook stories. They go for approximately 20 seconds. So you can do all sorts of stuff. And you can make it a bit of you can make it all business if you want to, or a bit of me. Sometimes I cook an omelette and I say, look guys, look how I stuffed this omelette up. You know, and would you like the recipe? Would you like the recipe? Because you don't know it, but I'm going to get your email, right? Et cetera, et cetera. I'm having a lot of luck with stories, guys. So investigate stories. If you make video clips, they only go for 20 minutes. 20 seconds. My apologies. Going mental. 20 seconds, but done right and a bit of test and measure, they're very effective. I go through a series, i.e. if you do reach out and like my story, I still don't know you, we'll give you a soft sell and say, here's a wonderful group for you to join. And that builds up my group, and my group's growing at about, I don't know, something like 200 plus per week.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're doing lots of other stuff on stories, but guys, we're putting in the fucking work. Yeah, we're working our ass off. Right.
So the video, the power of video,
Correct.
is really tremendous. I mean, you gotta love doing videos in the first place, and more. I think you gotta show that you're excited about whatever you're doing. And I'm just learning this because I'm creating video courses, right? So, you know, I got a long way to go, but I heard what you said there, and I believe it 100%. You know, get out there, you know, be live, be real, and have a good time.
Well, it's no different than like how Patrick does his lives about his bike rides or his trip. I'm sorry, when I see Patrick on there, I'm like, oh, what's he up to now, right? Like,
Correct.
I'm intrigued to find out what he's doing. And it's never disappointing. And I think people get to know that, right? It's like, ooh, what is she saying? What are they doing, right?
But he's
always like that with
also
Patrick.
building relationships.
Correct.
That's what he's doing. Patrick's building relationships. He's let them see who he really is.
And what he's passionate about and how he lives his life. Yeah,
Right.
it's the true Patrick.
Yeah. Good story.
I love it.
All righty. Anyone else want to contribute? Because I know I've held you a long time.
No, it's been good.
All right. Well, look, thank you very much, everybody, for your
Hang on,
contribution.
Peter, let me save the chat. You should remind everybody to save the chat. Let me
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, the 3 dots.
3 dots, save the chat. Now I've done that. That's
Has
good.
everyone put their links in the chat?
Yep. Jeff, what's the name of your Facebook group?
I got no idea. Mum and old man, I got no idea, but I'll send it to you. I got 3. What's happened? I've been a naughty boy, and Facebook's taken me down about 10 times. And one of the times they took me down, I bounced back after 2 months, so I ended up with 2 accounts. And just in case they hated me, I created a fake person like my manager and called him Peter. So I have a Peter account and 2 Jeff accounts, but I got the main one. And I'll send it over to you, Fred. I'll send you a link.
I can tell you
appreciate
something, Fred. I used to get messages from Jeff. I didn't know who the hell they were because there was 3 different guys talking to him, and they're all the same guy.
Yeah. I get 3 times as much money, guys. You make the effort.
All right.
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. I gotta go. Thank
Yeah,
Thank
you.
you,
me too.
everybody. See you next week.
Okay.
Hey guys, thank you.